Curly locks the voice box, tell me what you think. Broke it down in detail, make me know the link. Curly locks the voice box, tell me what you think right now.
Alright, Purple Nation, welcome back to another episode of Vice Box. I think episode 62. Well, in to the episode, alright, we have the infamous case of the politician named Julian Jailan. I don't know if I pronounce her name, then it's no disrespect. Jailan Silvera. Well, I saw me hear it. Jailan Silvera, if me wrong, correct it in the comment section in a syllables, please. Alright, so Julian Silvera is known for unaliving his wife in 2023. Mostly November 10th, her body was discovered in their Stony Hill home. Murder, which at first Mr. Silvera denied, and even tweeted that she died peacefully in her sleep. A few days later, or weeks later, as fate would have it, he was arrested for the murder of his wife. Alright, so that's the kind of, we'll deal with the timeline and how this whole thing play out after the break.
So only only that Jamaica suffer bad. Politicians are beaten up bad from all sides. Them beaten up go, them beaten up come. I don't know why I run away foreign. I totally understand. But who telling us the key to America they are Oberman yard? When you go on Oberman go make them rubbing up with all manner of evil. Only two dons, man. Only two dons. Now follow big win, boy. A foreign man want go. Remember me telling you how long past stir it up say if you are idiot at Jamaica are the same idiot you can go foreign. Yeah, brother, cause see him so a girl munchie but she apply for visa and go up on the people them farm, and when she see sex, instead of she put the F for female, she go talk about whole heap of time and that she right on the farm. Really enough you don't you? Couldn't agree more. And even if you don't, them willing to help you go right through the farm. So call Louis Law now, call the number up on the screen. So me understanding up like me understanding the situation. By all means run away. But not tell Louis Law say me say for run away, cause them not support them something there. If you tell Louis Law say me say for run away, me go deny it. Say thanks vice back.
Alright, do remember, say if you ship anything at all to the Caribbean, or even within the US, you have to use Next Shipping. You might log on to www.shipwithnext.com. Believe me. Let me tell you this. No, I know one of them shipping company they with them out deep in your barrel and them out of sardine. Your peanut butter them safe. Remember says a hassle-free service. Once you ship with them, whatever you ship comes straight to your door. Or the people them door. Well, if you're not on the door, them ship door too. So thanks Vice Box. So before me get into this thing, it's important for me to say. When I know my program already, when I know how I go to work. Me is not a man who makes simple pronouncements. We can look on a situation and we can be passionate about it, and we can look on it and we can lean towards one thing more than the other because something maybe appear to be obvious to we in a certain kind of way, and there can be certain things where we might get wrong. Or me might get wrong by my side, which is why I'm open myself for be corrected at any given time. So nothing what you hear me say and even passionate about is nothing where me hold to it and a boy can't tell me nothing. I know that. Me take a situation and I present it and dissect it and say here is my look at this situation, presenting possible scenarios, because at the end of the day none of we never dead there. None of we never have an eyewitness fly upon the wall account of anything at all, not just the Silvera case, but anything at all where we see come up in the media. We must always approach things like we do not know it for real. We don't know what it is. We can only say how, where we think we see and how we feel about it. And sometimes we're right. Sometimes we are right, but we are speculate about, even though it's a speculation. So yeah, me have to say that. Alright, so remember now. Jalian. Yeah, Jalian, I think I saw it pronounced. Yes. And just forgive me, I kind of go back to Joylan or Jailan, or you hear about 3 different sounds. I hear me attack in this. You see me? Alright, so charge of murder, plea, so boy, for manslaughter, and it was accepted by the DPP. And the public, as usual, is outraged by this miscarriage of justice. Because they must say, them to scale down this thing from murder to this puny little manslaughter. Something here, the whole internet, I go wild with that story here. And I said, boy, right now, this, that, all kind of something in the section them. So I don't know how it works. You see me? Oh yeah, before I go further, remember to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you can to support the channel. It no cost you nothing. Because I realize that most of you now watch but nah subscribe. And do remember that the hotline, the WhatsApp hotline number change. That's 876-792-2429. Alright, so as you know, what the trial about to begin in plea. Manslaughter, claiming the boy him never intend to do it. Alright, for those who don't know the difference between murder and manslaughter, alright, here is the major difference between the two things. The primary difference is intent. Murder involves malice and a forethought, meaning the killer intended to cause death or serious harm. Manslaughter, on the other hand, occurs when a killing is unlawful but lacks premeditation or specific intent, often involving recklessness or a heat of passion, provocation. Alright, so I'm showing a statement to Jalian make where him claims to prove the grounds for manslaughter instead of murder. Alright, see it on the screen and you can pause it for yourself because I can't read out everything. But him say boy and him wife kick off wicked that night there and think she blame him for the death of them 2-year-old son who, if you don't know, dead in 2017 when Jalian and the 2-year-old alone did the woman him drowning in the pool. You see me? So she blame him for that death there and she must go on to tell him something about his mother and his sister. And him say boy right now him just lose it. And a fit of anger him just deal with our case. 3 gunshot. The master she said something about the picking them and they say him lose it fully. So basically him a claim say him was provoked. You see me? And that's why him panic and him run. And the master the reason why him run are because him a thinks right now the picking them are gonna lose both parents. So him have to cover up that something here. You see me? In a fit of panic, cover up was what him did. You know? Hence why the whole thing play out the way it did. He considered the children being parentless. Yeah. That's just a sentimental father, don't? Oh my God. Something that maybe you would have done if you was in his position, right? You just tug at the heartstrings, right? Okay. Let me examine it. Alright. Sentimental father considering that his children would be without both parents. Right? But we have to remember, say, these are the same sentimental father we kill him wife, bust 3 shot in our lower extremities. I don't want to get into too much of the graphic details. But you bust 3 shot on her, stage the scene, clean up the crime scene, left your wife, you picnic them. The same picnic them where you're concerned, so them only have one parent. Come find their mother in such a position. And it get worse, because when the police did arrive on the scene according to statements, the police, when they go take picture to start investigate the crime scene, Mr. Silvera sit down there a ball like water and I said, no man, and cover up. Because you can't take picture of her naked. It means this stage for the picnic them find their mother. Not only dead body, find dead, naked body of their mother. An image of me sure is going to live on with them picnic there forever. You never care about that because you set it up for them find her. So you could escape punishment. Now the DPP, the prosecution, accept Mr. Jalian plea for manslaughter. Why them say? Because them say, boy, him say a provocation, something you can do in a manslaughter. And they, the prosecution, DPP, cannot prove otherwise that it wasn't provocation. Them say them can't prove that, so them have to downgrade it from murder to manslaughter. Hence why them accept in plea. We find several holes in the argument there. I mean, I have to be a top liar to explain why that no make no sense whatever. No sense whatsoever. Why this man was never charged for pervert the course of justice? Because him clean up the crime scene. You change the tile, them you do a bag of thing to cover up the murder. How come him was never charged for pervert the course of justice? And now not accept, say this is manslaughter and that makes sense to no. Try him for murder, make him prove manslaughter. In the case of murder, at this time for prove manslaughter, him shouldn't be allowed to plea manslaughter. For what? Because somebody provoke him? Somebody say something we don't like? So that means that we can't start killing anybody who says something we don't like. And plead provocation and manslaughter and do a less time. So that means after me do that show, yeah, I'm sure the last one I do about him. When he come on road, he will come after me. Because I'm sure I provoke him. I'm very sure so I provoke him. Try the man for murder. God damn it. I make him prove manslaughter. On another evidence to prove murder. When the story have been so much things. You understand the truth tell itself without words. The amount of something. Look on a series of events what happen after this thing I got done. Alright. We could deal them one. The first one. Alright, me could say he was provoked and temporary insanity and all of that. Go down. Like it, go down. Yeah? Me could say no one give him that. Well, we have some question. How about the cast of characters who help him cover it up? Me could begin first with the doctor who pronounced her dead peacefully in her sleep. And the signature will declare her fit for go and go bury because she dead from natural causes. How come that person was never named up to this point? How about the girl who was a person of interest? Yeah, how about she? Somebody will help him cover up the crime scene too. How about the policeman when he go up on the crime scene by himself? We get a call and was basically a part of the cover up too. What to him? What to the rest of people them? Where they involved in the whole something there. Them covered under the that provocation there too. How come nobody at all will help to tell the lie for the longest while? How none of them get arrested? How none of them are in jail up to now? How come all of a sudden we accept it? So go away. How come? If they find a wanted man in my yard, they might charge me for aiding and abetting. No, you know. No. If they find a wanted puss, I'm sorry for me. How come I not prioritize the request to make that trial there be private? So much. How? Why? Why? Because it'll compromise him case. While cartel case was a media circus where every media in the world did invited to cover it right through with no objection from the system. Why did the family themselves have to get a different pathologist after the murder investigation open? When the next police they go suspect say a foul play and the family get another pathologist, we find out that she have three gunshot in her lower extremities. All of that something there. That is not grounds for a murder trial. I make them prove manslaughter. You see enough foul play to say this are grounds for a murder trial. No evidence, no dead so. No evidence not found within how the story play out itself. Seriously? And you see the police that will decide to investigate the murder and push it. As much as you have to big him up for say boy, him have that bravery there. You know where this though, it just go for sure. A whole heap of good police out there were really would have love to do their job and do it properly. But the head corrupt. This way the DPP do, it just kind of, it kill all of the effort of them and they put in to bring in somebody like Damania Julian to justice. Because fame friend them. Bigger than them police a friend them. At the top the order them come from to tell certain police if a bill. And them politics they fuck up the force. Never know. All police are call police and I tell them if they easy themselves. How happen to them. At the country that we live in. You think most police not see what happened to some police who try to do the right thing and push certain cases, especially some case where having somebody big last name them and how them cases not gonna know where you think they not see that? Where that reinforced to them. Said doing the right thing no make no sense. So I better you just corrupt. And that it said to them, you know. No matter how them try to hide it, the law in Jamaica work one way for the middle class and the poor, and the next way for the upper class. This now don't mean, because I want to make on no mind, steady on the mind. It no mean so you don't have ghetto youth we find BSQs and play victim. I know that we are talking about today. We are talking about the law, and it doesn't mean so these ghetto youth innocent. When the law, them always innocent and the law fuck them up. No, I know that me I talk about. I am saying when it come on to a certain class, they're more aggressive. Without the law for work, when it come to another class, them find whole heap of loophole and get them off on technicalities. I mean, now say the upper class, no member of the upper class, never got jail yet. We are say the majority of them because of them class escape punishment when them commit certain fuckery. Nothing is always nothing is 100%. But you have majority and minority. We have no evidence. And when cartel thing go on, they dig up all dead dog and search for every blood clot witness to make sure they ain't got to prison. So all this time cartel him could have said boy them lizard disrespect him and it was provoked. And him black out and him just never know what he do and him could have commute him sentence to manslaughter. Why didn't they tell him? Why didn't they never tell him? Could they never tell Ninja and him son? So then could have said they was provoked and get a letter sentence. Me no say this no mean. Say Jalian or get way or Jalian, you know. Or get way. It just simply mean him now gonna do the time where him deserve. For what him do. And that it mean. You get me I say? This no mean Jalian or whosoever him is. Me think me I say it's a bad person overall or this or that. It no matter if him did a good somebody right round and him just snap and for a moment him record clean and this just happen. It happen. And if it happen, whether him is a good somebody or not, him forget the same penalty where the bad somebody forget. Because him do the same fucking thing where them do. And if he suffer the same way, how them suffer? You don't think so? If them all go easy upon him, might as well go easy upon Noel we kill and lead them. Why you not at it, let out the whole of them? And you know what's sad? Is that me always have to repeat myself. So the majority of who I watch are listen. Stay up on track and understand. Me always have to repeat. say, me no mean this, or me no mean that, this is this, or this is that. It's sad. So certain understanding is not automatic. It's sad, so me have to tell them, so when me just a while ago, but let them out, I am being sarcastic. Who don't know the meaning of the word before you jump to conclusion, look it up, please. And when you do, use it in a sentence. And that's how you grow more in your understanding. The law work one way for one class and work a next way for your next class. Oh, no? Not go so? Alright. What happened to my girl there? You remember her? Don't have my baby there? With her autistic son, she got tell lie say them take away her car and then find her autistic son within throat slash. And she refused to give the police them the phone. The police them summon her and say they want the phone. Oh my God, my private this, my private that. And when she finally give over the phone, she don't give them no code. And up to now, they can't crack the phone. To solve the murder of her own son. Which class she from again? Which big last name? She from again? Up to now that the case is not gone. No way. What caused that again? Privacy. So she afraid of two police. I find out say her front to distribute evenly among shareholders. More than the fact say her son murder. Now go ever solve. So should I rather her son dead go unsolved? More than her man find out say she love man like dog. And some man will talk about, the man could have innocent dog, how why the man would have the whole world to go and feel man come do this? Good question, same way. But it is also possible. Because the arrogance of most of them people are from the class, they let me tell you, no normal, none at all. Them know a bare fucker them can do and get away with it. And them cocky with it, remember me tell you. Some of the wickedest people in the world are those who claim for decent. Decent. Have a son him artistic and him embarrass you. And your good name and your status. Him have to go because you don't have time for him. You don't think I saw you look? You don't think so by you refusing to provide information to solve your son murder? It'll tell a different story about you. We are some of the sickest, wickedest people on the planet, man. But wickedness and crime and evil is a ghetto thing. That are the brand, though. That are the brand. And I prefer keep it that way there. So, Mr. Silvera, what you say? On that night, you was provoked. And I saw you lose control and murder your wife. So even days after that, you still lose control. You're still out of control. Still not in your right mind. Still not in control of your mind. That's why you do all them great covering up there. Including God the woman funeral. Go ball high water. While sending up a representative to read the words that you have had for your wife, which goes as follows. Your memory remains a comforting beacon of inspiration and enduring love for us all. We navigate the void left by your physical absence. I'm committed to carrying forward the flame of your love, ensuring that your love legacy flourishes in the hearts of our sons and the countless lives you touched. What a wicked fucker. I'm still dead out of control. During all of them rational action there. Deliberate action there. Don't answer that. We have to tell them for the first time about a thing when name Easy Web Pro. Who are they? Them is some professional website builder. We're not normal, none at all. As a matter of fact, when me put me living signature to it, a them build a thing when name onepurplenation.com that is now fully up and running. Yeah, my professional website, my next professional website You understand? Because you know, when you revamp me, use off some of the website them, and this now is the official website when you can get in the merch. You don't know the Planet Earth book and other things. And speaking of book, you don't know you can get Planet Earth already on Amazon in all form, you know, Audible, you know what I mean? That's the audio version and them type of thing. There you can also get The Road to Zion on Amazon. But yeah, man, Easy Web Pro. Build website for every kind of professional business where you can think of. You think of it and them can build your website, and them located right here in Jamaica, Mandeville, Jamaica. Yeah, man, them create modern, mobile friendly, let me add that, website with built-in booking systems and online payment options through local providers like Easy Payments, Figaro, YPay and others, allowing you to collect money directly to your local Jamaican bank account. Yeah, man. Them handle your website from design to launch, you know, so you can focus on run the business. While them make sure so people can find, you know, and pay, you know, online with ease. So log on to them website, easywebpro.com, and use promo code CURLY to get 10% off your package. You understand? Or you can otherwise dial them at 876-804-4321, WhatsApp, or call them straight. You bust 3 shot. 3 in anger for the first one, boss. You realize what you do. We know how anger work. We you know mean if you do something for the first one, cause the gun, the Glock, have a terrible kickback. Boop! For the first kickback, you know, so you fire the gun. Much less if you shoot somebody. Yeah, that's how you catch yourself. Then just imagine now, bam! One more kickback. Bam! And next kickback. And bam again, and next one. When you realize the first time, so you shoot somebody and you realize you never mean it, and they say you wake up. And they say you snap out of it. You don't fire 2 more. The whole of your actions totally contradict the temporary insanity nature of manslaughter. Somebody will do something where they don't mean to do. You lose control and angry. How come all of the shot them in one place? When people angry, everything's sporadic. People get shot all about them the planet. But for all of the shot them just the one place in a human front. It tell him. It might even suggest so this person was not a moving target. They made asleep. And possibly wake up to such a fate. And another possible scenario where we have to visit is sure tell you say boy you kill your 2-year-old. Who tell you say a lie? Who tell you say it not caught on video? She have it. She have the reality they are struggling with how long and she just can't hold it no more and say boy she carry this to police. And a gunshot. Who tell you? Possible scenario. Who tell you? A whole heap of go on yourself. DPP accept this a fuckery. Too much for unravel and dig up. Alright, so Purple Nation, what I'm gonna do? In this whole case, you know, I'm a liar. So what I do, I want no a liar's take on this whole Jolly and Silvera case here, and all of the little, you know, the semantics, the things where the average Joe not understand about the law. And you know me say law or how it go already. Law make the man make it make if you can fuck it up, broke it and do what they want with it anytime and get to by technicality. Maurice McCurdy, well-known attorney from the West End, a part of my personal team, a lawyer with me use in my, you know, affairs all the time. Maurice, welcome to the program. What you say?
I think that the decision of the court to accept the guilty plea is a sober decision when you look on other cases. As based on what is in the public domain and what the office of the DPP has expressed, that there's nothing to disprove provocation. So even if this matter went to trial and provocation became a live issue for the jury to consider, if the prosecution had no material to disprove it, then it would have reached the same end.
But you know,
manslaughter.
All right, you know, think, to be honest, right? Alright, Purple Nation, I don't know, I decide to bust the episode, yeah, in a 2-part. Cause you know, sometimes, you know, them type of intense subject, I mean, not to want it get too long. Cause me said, a lot of people don't really have the time to really absorb or process what really are going on. Most people can't process nothing past 5 minutes, so you can just imagine. And that's the reality, so. Big up on yourself, Purple Nation, Purple Soldier, Purple Scout. Big up all of the members them on the channel. Big up all of my subscribers them. Can't do this thing without the eye them. Big up all of the people them who support in any way, shape, or form. Where they just like, share, subscribe. You know, in any way you can support the channel. All the links them in the description. All of those ways. You know what I mean? And the website up now, onepurplenation.com. So, yeah, join me for a very interesting continuation in a part 2. Catching over the on the side at that time. Yeah, man, big up.